Hey, on my Yahoo channel, I got to see this thing from Comic Find where they were having a bunch of Batman fights because it was Batman month. And the last one he had was against Iron Fist. I'll be honest, I think Batman loses to Iron Fist. And looking at what they said, Batman loses to Iron Fist. You know, Iron Fist has got a tremendous amount of fighting ability because that's what he is. His superpower, beyond having all the great key abilities, is of course his martial arts. And I was like, well, who would be a better matchup from DC for Iron Fist? And I thought Deathstroke. Deathstroke and Iron Fist to me seems like a much better matchup than Batman Iron Fist. So I was doing a 9-point system. Intelligence, findability, strength, speed, durability, and vulnerability, energy projection, versatility, and X Factor. So we're getting into this. Deathstroke and Iron Fist. When it comes to the intelligence aspect, you know, there's the constant reference to the fact that Deathstroke uses a larger percentage of his brain. And that he actually thinks so many steps ahead. And he's got a tremendous amount of experience. So intelligence, you know, even though Iron Fist has a tremendous amount of knowledge when it comes to business, because he does run his own corporation, has a lot of experience when it comes to dealing with a lot more of the supernatural side of things, he's taken on somebody who's got decades of experience on him, and has a much more advanced brain due to all the medical testing he's had to undergo. Fighting ability. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it on this one. I have to give the fighting edge to Iron Fist. If anything, here's why. Iron Fist, during his inaugural run, is known for a couple of things. He did a pretty good job facing against square up against the X-Men. And the X-Men kind of caught him by surprise. He also defeated Sabretooth while he was snowblind. Iron Fist opened a door, the sun reflected off the snow, he was blind. So blind Iron Fist was able to defeat Sabretooth. That's how good he is at fighting. In fact, Sabretooth debuted in Iron Fist, and Iron Fist owned him repeatedly. Strength. You know, Iron Fist, you're looking at Olympic level, and you can enhance it with his ki. However, he's taken on somebody who is borderline metahuman when it comes to overall strength. You know, you're looking at a guy who is approximately, I think they say he's 10 times as strong as an Olympic athlete. That's powerful. You have Olympic athlete versus 10 Olympic athletes. Even if you look at, we'll say he can use the ki to quadruple his strength. He's still not at the same strength level as Deathstroke. Speed. Iron Fist has got some incredible speed. You know, this guy, he's not worried down by any sort of bulky armor. You know, and not wearing any sort of armor, he has to rely entirely upon his speed. Durability. Iron Fist, one, they both have healing factors. Guess what healing factor? It's good and he's not going to get himself worn out that much. Iron Fist actually has found a way to use his ki to constantly regenerate his body. To the point that, you know, he actually has survived being beaten to death and then came back. He is unconsciously using his ability to constantly go through the healing cycle. He's not quite at a Wolverine level, but he's not going to get tired. He's got youth on his side, and his body's going to constantly be repairing itself. And vulnerability. As much as I love Iron Fist, and I love old school, like 70s Iron Fist, you know, big disco collar, what looks like surf socks, you know, green and yellow, horrible color combination, chest fully exposed, giant tattoo. He's wearing he's wearing cloth. Versus Deathstroke, who is almost always clad in very, very significantly technologically advanced armor. Depending on the time you're reading, you get that nth metal, which is kind of like the DC version of almost like Mithril, where it's super strong, super light. Energy projection. How are these guys at range? Yeah, I'll be honest. Iron Fist, he's got a tremendous amount of skills, different sorts of abilities with the ki, but he's not doing like a Hadouken. He really has no range. Versus someone who's constantly walking around with guns or his energy staff, which gives him a tremendous amount of distance abilities. Versatility. This one I had to compare, you know, Deathstroke, he is if Batman were to be a villain. Versus Iron Fist, who has a tremendous control over ki. To the fact that he actually has been able to do things like, ironically, he has opened portals through time and space. I read that and I was like, wow, he has the ability to do that. He also, well, roughly at the time of this video, I think he's still considered the immortal weapon of the Agamotto. So he also has a decent amount of magical things that he actually can pull from. So beyond the massive key manipulation, which also controls a little bit of hypnosis, he also has a slight amount of a spider sense now too, so you can tell directions of things when someone's trying to sneak up on him. So he's got a tremendous amount of additional skills that have been added to him over time. He's gotten lots of power increases. Now it comes down to X Factor. And with this one, I'm going to give it to Deathstroke. And a lot of this is going to come from he's got so much more of an advantage when it comes to people that he's fought. He's probably fought somebody who's got a similar skill level to someone like Iron Fist. I don't think Iron Fist has ever faced anybody who is every bit as tactical as he is, has got a tremendous amount of skill, a tremendous amount of strength. He is like Deathstroke when people say he's the evil Batman. No, he is evil Batman plus Captain America. And he is not going to quit unless the money's not worth it. But when it comes to Deathstroke, yeah, he's going to complete the mission. That's just who he is. But the only person I think in the Marvel who really had a problem with was Wolverine. And Wolverine he stalemated. Colossus he defeated. He defeated Phoenix. I mean, he's beaten up a tremendous amount of individuals. He is someone who's taken on the majority of the Bat family at the same time, and still put up a tremendous fight against 3 of them. Deathstroke is easily one of the most dangerous people in the DC universe until you go off planet and start having some of the much more larger cosmic entities.